Hi everyone, this is going to be the September tarot reading for Gemini. This is for September 2022 and it can apply if you're a Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars as well as North Node. So be sure to check out the other signs the other videos in case this does not resonate with you. I'm using the I'm using the Voyager Tarot deck today, and I've picked out 3 cards because these are pretty intense and you get a lot of messages from one card. I also wanted to say that I'm taking bookings for personal readings, so if you'd like to get a natal chart analysis done, a relationship compatibility or tarot, you can drop me a message on Facebook or email. Both links are in the description box. Okay, so the first card I'm getting is Negativity, 5 of Crystals. Second one I'm getting is Surfer, Man of Cups. The third one I'm getting is Trust, 6 of Wands. Okay, so let's look at it one by one. There is some kind of trauma that you are healing in the month of September. It may start off as some feeling of negativity, like maybe somebody triggers you, especially because we have Mars moving into Gemini, and so that can be a bit of a disruptive influence for you, especially if you're a Gemini rising. It's going to be a bit of a disruptive force, but in that disruption, you're going to find a lot of things being triggered for you. Like you may feel like a lot of people around you are triggering you in the month of September, or they're just getting to you. And if you are able to look at these triggers not as annoyances, but as something to learn from, like if you can just sit with it and ask yourself, why is this thing or this person triggering me? And really sit with it, you will actually discover such a wealth of information. I kid you not. Like, this is literally a treasure trove of all your past trauma, whether that's you, like your trauma in this lifetime, or like ancestral trauma. You're going to uncover so much and you're going to clear a lot of these blockages. So, these are actually blessings in disguise. All this chaos that may happen to you in the month of September, these are actually blessings for you. So I would really suggest or recommend that you try looking at it from that angle instead of like an annoyance, or why did this person say this, or it's so irritating when they do that. Really sit with yourself and ask yourself, why is this bothering you so much? Because you're going to really discover a lot of profound things. This is secrets in the closet. I don't know, just a lot of stuff that uh, traumatic experiences or imprints. I think more about imprints, like these are ancestral traumatic imprints which you are going to discover, and a lot of it has to do with your family, things that may have been carried out in your family which nobody really thought was odd, or nobody really spoke about it, but now when you clear this trauma, you realize, okay, oh my god, that was so out there, or I don't know why nobody spoke about it. Just stuff like that, like it's gonna change your perspective about so many things. Um, but you have to work through these in the month of September. It's not going to be an easy month. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm a Sag. I want you to hear the truth. So, yeah, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be amazing. That I can tell you. If you work with it and not fight it, it's really going to be amazing. What else? That's what I'm picking up from here. The next card is the Surfer card, Man of Cups. So, this is about you riding the wave in the month of September. Like all these highs and lows, all this so called negativity that you're facing, all these people triggering you. If you can flow with it, because you're a mutable sign, it's not going to be that difficult for you. Like, it's not like you're a fixed sign and you have trouble accommodating change. You're a mutable sign, plus you're a mutable air sign. So it's not that difficult for you to float through it or sail through it. So if you can tap into that mutable energy a little bit more in the month of September, it's going to do you a lot of good. Like it's going to do actually wonders for you. Because if you don't resist it too much and if you just go with the flow, you're actually going to zip through September pretty quickly. It won't even feel like a huge challenge. Despite all this negativity, so-called negativity, chaos, or whatever triggers that are happening around you, is not going to feel that intense if you don't fight it. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. Don't fight it. Like just go with the flow and then sit with it, whatever's triggering you. Um, and in the process, when you go with the flow and you ride the waves naturally and don't try to fight anything, just let things happen naturally. It's kind of like being in those water slides where you're not resisting it. It's just gravity pulling you down, and the slipperiness of the water is just carrying you down. So it's going to feel quite easy. It's not going to feel like that much of a difficult experience. And the end of it, once you do finish the month of September, you're going to feel really great about yourself. It's going to feel like you're a whole new person almost. Because you see this flower here in full bloom, that's kind of how you're going to feel once September is done. Yeah, it's going to start off chaotic. You're going to feel a lot of people triggering you. There's going to be a lot of chaotic situations. But if you can work with it, like I said, like if you can sit with it and not fight it, not try to fight, don't try to fight anybody because Mars is in your sign. It is going to be very easy for you to get irritated, get annoyed, and then, start a fight or something. But don't do that. Just cruise through it, just ride the waves. And at the end of September, you're actually going to feel like a brand new person. Like you may not even recognize who you are by the end of September in a really good way, not in a bad way, like in a really good way. Um, what else? Tap into that curious nature that you have, Gemini. Like you're a naturally curious sign. You like to explore, you know, tap into that childlike curiosity, the playfulness that you have. That's going to be your savior actually in the month of September. Um, Even the fool energies I'm picking up from this card, like learning to look at it like a brand new beginning, not the end of the world, but a brand new beginning. Like if you fall off the cliff, you're not actually going to fall onto a bunch of rocks, but you may dive into a pool of beautiful water and it can be amazing out there. So that's the kind of mentality that I feel like if you can tap into that, it's going to be amazing. There's a whole lot of blue in this card, mind you. And this has a lot to do with your, the throat chakra. It also has to do with your third eye and crown chakra. So you are ascending in very powerful ways. Your third eye may be opening, or you may be getting some new realizations about life and about yourself in general, especially with all this family trauma that's clearing out, all this energetic lineage that's just clearing out. You may be rewiring your DNA at a very core level, and you may be restructuring it. And that's why I said you feel like a brand new person. It's just not you, it's you, but it's a different version of you, a whole new, better, brighter version of you. And yeah, I feel like a lot of you are going to get a lot of wisdom in the month of September. And this is wisdom, not like the textbookish wisdom. Sometimes, Gemini, you like the details, you like the fine print, but maybe, it's about looking to your, looking at life experiences as a source of wisdom. I'm not saying that you don't do that because we all have a bit of our opposite sign in us. And I think it's about looking less at the details, but looking at the bigger picture. Because that's what's going to get you, that's what's going to sail you through the month of September. The next one I'm getting is the Trust card, Six of Wands. So remember that childlike curiosity that I spoke about just a while ago, and the Fool card energy. That is basically what this is about. Now, Six of Wands in the Rider-Waite deck is about victory. It's about coming back from uh, the war or the battle, and everybody's cheering you on. It is about victory. But this is about victory through trusting the process. There is a process that's happening in the month of September, and it's about trusting that and not fighting it. And it's also the trust that I'm speaking is kind of, it is very similar to the Fool card energy, because you don't know if you're going to fall off that cliff, if you're going to smash your face on a bunch of rocks. Sorry for being very graphic, but you don't know if it's going to be that or it's going to be amazingly beautiful. You just trust that, okay, you're going to fall off the cliff, and you just trust that the universe is going to save you or have your back. And that's the kind of trust that I'm talking about. And there is a humility to that, there is a grace to that, where you're not trying to control things, you just trust and believe in the universe. And children know that, animals know that. There is an innocence to them, and it's not about being naive. That's not the kind of innocence I'm talking about. This is a purity of your soul, that kind of innocence where you just trust implicitly that the universe has good intentions for you. Whatever happens in your life, it works out in your favor. It works out better actually for you. So if something is not working out, don't sweat it. Let it fall apart. It's okay. Something far better is brewing for you just around the corner. Like, just tap into that curious, mutable energy that you have, Gemini, and it's going to be great. Um, if you can connect with other people during this time through a truly compassionate space, because I know that you will be triggered quite a lot in the month of September. Like, a lot of people are going to be pushing your buttons. I'm not going to lie. It is going to be difficult. It's not an easy month for you, Gemini. But if you can look at the bigger picture, again, like what I said before, don't sweat the small stuff. Look at the bigger picture. Don't focus on the details. Focus on the patterns, right? Like, focus on the bigger themes that are happening. Trust in the universe, trust in the goodness of the universe, that everything works out well. And if you can come from that place in your heart and really, like, connect with people through a space of compassion rather than judginess, because, like, it's going to be very easy for people to be extra judgy about people in the month of September. um, no shade to Virgo, but we are in Virgo season, and Virgo is known for being pretty critical, but they are even more critical on their own selves. So they they're really harsh on themselves. So that can make people quite judgy about other people in the month of September, and you may end up doing that. But stop yourself every time you feel yourself going into that zone. Act from a place of compassion and look at it from the bigger picture, because that's actually going to tide you through all of these triggers and all of these waves that you may have to ride in the month of September, more than anything else. Because the universe will have some tests for you in the month of September. And it's going to be up to you. Are you going to get caught up in the minutiae and, oh, they did this, they said this, all of that stuff? Or are you going to think of it, okay, maybe they acted this way because they're fearful about something, or maybe they're scared about something, or maybe they're afraid of abandonment, stuff like that. Like, I think looking at it from a space of compassion is going to really get you further. Let me look at one more card and then we'll wrap up this reading. So what is the final message for Gemini for September 2022? What does Gemini need to know? Wow, okay, we've got the Seven of Worlds breakthrough. Yeah, so at the end of September, if you follow this approach, like I just said, and if you don't sweat the small stuff, if you treat the triggers as like the learning that you can get from it, if you can look at the bigger picture, if you can sail through it, not fight the process, trust in the goodness of the universe, go back to that innocence. The Enigma song, right? Return to innocence. If you can go back to that space, not being naive, but just knowing that the universe is always good to you, it always has your back, then you're going to have that breakthrough. And this is a very, very powerful push that you get. And I get a feeling it's going to happen towards the end of September, after you've gone through this whole process. Because when you reach the end of September, you're going to start that momentum kicking in. Like you finally get your fire back. You're ready to charge. You're ready to go ahead towards your dreams with that passion, which your opposite sign, Sagittarius, that fire energy, you're going to get some of that towards the end of September. And it's going to feel amazing. You're actually going to feel like you have so much energy towards the end of September that you'll want to start a whole bunch of things. Like you're going to literally have um, fire under you, ready to light you up like a rocket, that kind of energy. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be really, really good for you. But it's just going to require you to work through some obstacles towards the beginning of September, or towards, actually the whole of September. But it's nice. I think it really shapes character. So that's my reading for you, Gemini. If you like this reading, please do give it a thumbs up. Your likes always help me stay relevant. My videos stay relevant in the YouTube algorithm. And if this resonated with you, do drop in a comment in the comment box. And if you'd like to book a reading, you can always contact me on Facebook or email, and I'll get back to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.